Welcome to the Borough Life podcast with James and Rosie.
Every month we chat to local guests to celebrate the great things happening in and around Wigan Borough. Let's get started, shall we? Welcome back to the Borough Life podcast. It's James and Rosie here in our Wigan studio, and we're here with a bonus episode ahead of the general election.
Yeah, so we've had to change our plans a little bit, haven't we, Rosie, with this one? So you may recall we spoke to Julie and Oliver a couple of episodes ago ahead of the local elections, and we said that we would try and do another one when the general election was called. That'll took us by surprise. And yeah, we're full steam ahead for July the 4th, the big day. So we're just going to go over some key details that people need to know, and we'll hear some clips from Julie and Oliver with some relevant info. So, first things first, Rosie, 4th of July, we're overseeing the count for the Wigan constituency, Makerfield, and then Lee and Atherton, which is a new one after the boundary changes, and then also some people in the borough, Rosie, who live in the Astley, Mosley Common area are part of, and I'll pass over to you.
Wesley and Eccles.
So your home one, but that's been overseen by Salford City Council. So we're concentrating on the three constituencies in Wigan Borough. And just the added extra, on Thursday, July the 4th, we actually have a council by-election that's taking place. So that's for the Lee South ward. So yeah, we'll be releasing the results of the by-election along with the general election results on that day as well. So that's all the key facts, Rosie. The next thing that we need to say is really important. There's some big deadlines coming up very soon. We're recording this on Thursday, the 13th of June. And yeah, in the next week, there's some big deadlines. So yeah, Rosie, what's the first one that people need to know about?
Yes, so if you want to register to vote, to appear on the electoral register, you need to do so by Tuesday the 18th of June by 11:59pm.
Yeah, so a really important one there. So if you don't think you're registered or you're not sure, you need to check it out quick and get that registration in before Tuesday. And people can do that by visiting the council's website or the Electoral Commission website, or just Google register to vote. I'm sure you'll find it.
So there's no rest for the wicked. The day after, there's another important deadline. So the 19th of June, if you are looking to apply for a postal vote, you need to have done so by 5pm on that day.
Yeah, and Rosie, again, I feel like I might be repeating myself a little bit, but all the information that you'll need for applying for a postal vote, again, is on the council website /elections. And yeah, if you Google it, you'll find it there. It's worth us saying as well that at the moment, if you are registered to vote and you don't need to worry about that deadline coming up, you'll be receiving your polling card in the post. So we're going to switch back to Oliver from the elections team from a few episodes ago, who's going to just explain what the polling card is and what you can use it for.
We always say to residents to make sure that they read through the poll card itself. There's lots of important information on there, notably where they will go and vote, or if it's a postal poll card that, they vote via post, it'll tell them when the postal vote's going to land. So we do have some polling station changes, so it's always worth double checking your poll card just to make sure that we've not changed your polling station. And yeah, always read through the poll card because it also has all of the information regarding what photographic ID they can take to the polling station. So in law, there's only some relevant photographic ID which can be accepted, and that is all listed on the poll card. So that would be my advice.
So, as Oliver says, you don't need your poll card to vote, but do familiarise yourself with what it says. So our next deadline, if there's a circumstance where you can't vote in person, you can apply for a proxy vote, and you need to do this by the 26th of June by 5pm. And this means someone else can go and vote on your behalf.
Yeah, again, Rosie, all the info there is on our website, and if you Google it, it'll come up. I think that's the third time I've said that. Might not be the last for this episode. And you're right, Rosie, yeah, you don't need your poll card to vote. It's just got the information on it. But what you do need to vote on the day is your photo ID. So that's a new thing that's come in the last couple of years. And I'm going to pass over to Julie, who will explain it a lot better than I can. So yeah, back to Julie from our elections team.
So last year it was brought in at the last elections that people need voter ID, which predominantly is things like passports and driving licences. There's a whole list actually, bus passes, Oyster cards, things like that, but it is all listed on the poll cards, and it will be listed on our websites and on the Electoral Commission websites. There is national campaigns as well around this in terms of what voter ID people need, but they do actually have to have that photographic ID with them in order to vote. Now, there could be some people that don't have any of those forms of ID, and they can apply for that voter authority certificate online and by paper as well. They can come into the town hall with a paper form and a photograph, and that will be produced for them and sent to them in advance of the election, and that entitles them to vote. So that's a voter authority certificate.
So there was Julie's explanation about voter ID, and just to confirm that the deadline for applying for the voter authority certificate that Julie was describing is the 26th of June at 5 p.m.
So fast forward to election day, it's the 4th of July. Polling stations will be open from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. It's really important to vote, but arguably more important to send us your dogs at polling stations photo. So send them through to us at Wigan Council and tag us in.
We do enjoy seeing the hashtag dogs at polling stations pictures on social, don't we, Rosie? It's an important part of the democratic process. And then for us, it's a busy overnight. So Rosie, you'll be at the counting venue in Wigan. So for the Wigan and Makerfield constituencies, I'll be over in Lee for the Lee and Atherton vote count, and we're anticipating the results kind of into the early hours of Friday morning. But please follow our social media channels, the Wigan Council social accounts, for the results as they come in. And obviously, with it being the general election, it'll be all over your TV screens, every major channel. So yeah, please follow us for those results. It'll be an exciting one. It always is as the results are coming in.
So thanks for listening. We hope you found that one helpful, and we'll see you next time.